Recently, a very troubling thing was the increase in the anticipated number of deaths by Donald Trump from 60,000 to a new model saying 80,000. Sadly, in the very few days since that time, we've well surpassed 60. Now we're almost to surpassing 80. So you're looking at what kind of modeling, what kind of information is there to say what really should the world be expecting that's going to go on and occur. So the most recent modeling, it appears, that is being accepted by Donald Trump is the 135,000 number of deaths in the United States over this disease. What's shocking to me is, in doing some reading in an article around this issue, is that one of the very, very well respected scientists in this area of disease, Dr. Michael Osterholm, he has done some work, and his model suggests that there will be 800,000 deaths. 800,000 deaths as a result of the coronavirus. Now, when you add into the facts as they are occurring now, add in all of the opening up of states, people getting so much cabin fever that they just can't resist going on out. And then when they get out, the whole issue in itself is the behavior of people and the regression into almost horrible beings by all of the different actions that they take. But you look at this modeling onto 800,000 and what that means. And certainly I don't have an extrapolation depending on the present conditions, this kind of thing, but I do know that it is now the United States that has the most deaths, the United States that has the most infections, the United States that then has the most corresponding deaths. Sadly, the response of Donald Trump has been, well, that's the reason why you don't do testing, because then you're going to know more precisely everything that's going on. It defies logic. He's essentially saying, I don't want to know the bad stuff, so we shouldn't test, because then we might know how bad it's going to be. But it also means that we might not know things that could be done, things that are successful in how to slow down or stop people getting this disease, because it's just being refused to be done as a method, or one that's certainly being extremely limited. The number of tests that they're supposed to be doing is very, very restricted. And obviously, that's being done purposely. Again, the argument is, well, the Democrats are doing it just to try and keep Donald Trump from being elected. And I actually think right now that the Democrats are beyond that. I don't think that's really a thought. Not when you're talking about 800,000. Not when you're talking about just individual states and what's all happening here, and the different actions and the evaluation process that's going on. So I certainly encourage you to look up Dr. Osterholm. What's shocking is that he predicted a pandemic. He also wrote in 2017 a book called The Deadliest Enemy, Our War Against Killer Germs. So not only did he know all about it, he essentially predicted this kind of thing going on. And I guess you would think that we should be able to be at some kind of a crossroads and then look at making a decision about whether or not to go on and take some kind of action, and whatever it is, then everybody goes by that action. Instead, we've got this cluster of different responses that would only seem to me to make things worse, because you're now still going to increase contact between people. So even a group that is treating the disease one way is now going to have people from another group coming in contact, and it's just going to affect all of these different things. I just don't see how you make any progress around it. It's a terrible, terrible thing. 800,000, and how many that could mean for the United States? Could that mean 200, 300, 400,000 deaths? It's staggering, and one that really should be being considered heavily and heartily by those at the top. Can only hope that they'll come around and start really looking at what's going on and how to deal with things. Thank you.